A note on Marathon Man. The screenplay was written by William Goldman, a man that has won the Academy Award for Best Screenplay for his work on Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. Excellent film. He's been involved also with Bridge Too Far, All the President's Men. Even if there was a very sad story, he writes in his classic Adventures in the Screen Trade about the worst experience of his life, which took place during the preparation of All the President's Men, and it involves Redford, Robert Redford. Adventures in the Screen Trade is a classic. If one is interested in the films, one needs to read this because it's so enlightening. It talks about stars, how they become stars, the likes of Redford, Marlon Brando, Paul Newman, James Dean. The last trio, James Dean, Marlon Brando, and Paul Newman, all became stars because Montgomery Clift refused three important roles. And then we have on the waterfront, Marlon Brando. We have Somebody Up There Loves Me, Paul Newman, role refused by, in all three cases, by Montgomery Clift. And East of Eden for James Dean. Very interesting. We learn very much about making films, about what stars do and how much they ask, which is a lot, and how they misbehave. Redford, after Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid, refused to work on a project that he initiated with William Goldman, and said, well, my fans would, after this is so popular, Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid, and I have this image, and if I do this, it will not be, it's not such a strong image, the one that I have as the Sundance Kid, and I thought that's so ridiculous. Considering again that he was the one who said, let's do this, and then he calls and says, well, after Goldman worked on it, let's not do this, and he repeats this extremely bad behavior, awful, on All the President's Men. But let me return to the Marathon Man, which I must confess I did not really like, and in awe as I am and grateful to William Goldman for having given me this wonderful, wonderful entertainment book, and so, as I said, so revealing, so much there is inside about films, about Hitchcock, about the so-called author films, and I need to read it again. I was considering a quick review. I mean, I finished it only a few months back, so it's still fresh, but I'm already thinking, well, I need to, because there's so much I've read and I've forgotten, and so many details which are funny, interesting, miraculous. Sometimes it's not good to, as he says, to learn that, for instance, Humphrey Bogart, the prototype of the tough guy, was whining. Why did he get this role? Or he says something like, I hope I have the, if not the exact words, at least this was the meaning. He says, I don't want to know that Clint Eastwood doesn't like horses, something like that. And on Marathon Man, Dustin Hoffman misbehaved twice. First of all, Laurence Olivier takes part in the project as a supporting role, the demiurge, the god of acting, wonderful man, and a wonderful man. Goldman also talks about this, that he asks very politely if he can change just the order of something in a line, and he was so polite, so respectful to him. A great, fabulous man. But Hoffman, in the first place, in one scene, he has to wake up in the middle of the night and look for a flashlight, and he doesn't want to do it. He disagrees and he doesn't want to do it. And his partner is in the door, and he waits for an hour. Everybody involved has to wait for what? Much ado about nothing. And then I agree with this theory that indeed again, the same thing. He wanted his fans to have this image of a tough man, a macho type, not the one who's looking for flashlights, even if it's the middle of the night. And then later on, he meets with Laurence Olivier, and he makes him walk around and around and around. His feet were swelling. Laurence Olivier again was in a bad state medically, and this had a bad impact on him. And it was cruel. But the idea is again probably that Dustin Hoffman wanted to assert control and wanted to be the one in charge. And he was probably intimidated by Olivier. And we have an anecdote wherein we learned that another actor couldn't sleep the night before coming on the same set, facing Laurence Olivier, and had a breakdown because he was so impressive. This was a prince, a king of acting. Well, interesting, but not really wonderful.